1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, not enough magazine space. Put one in the chamber. Get that fourth one in the magazine. You got 4 plus 1 capacity, 5 total. But what if you want more capacity? By the way, this is my Remington 870 police riot gun. It has a 19-inch barrel. I purchased something from Midway. It's from Remington, made specifically for the 870. It's a magazine extension kit, 18-inch, black oxide with swivel. This is what the kit looks like. It's a Remington box, Remington manufacturer. 18-inch blued. It's going to add 2 more shots, so that'll give us 6 in the magazine and 1 in the chamber. Let's see what all is in the kit. Magazine spring, magazine cap. Let's find the directions. Should be a list on here what's in the kit. I guess this is the tube coupling. What is this? This is to secure the magazine to the barrel. Magazine extension, swivel assembly, and screw. Something else in there. Come on, the papa. There it is. This is the actual magazine extension. First thing to do, of course I safety checked. This is unloaded. Take the barrel off by removing the magazine cap. Barrel should come right off. Over here, this is what we have to take out. This is an older model Remington 870, so this retainer is just pressed in. It's not heavily pressed in. You don't need a machine press to get it out. It just pries out. If you have a newer model Remington 870, it's got a bayonet mount where you have to push in on this retainer and then turn it like 1/8 of a turn, and then the spring will push it out. You can't put an extension on that without modifying the magazine, because the shells won't go past the indentations that are pressed into the threads. So those have to be drilled out, or they have to be pressed out. If you're going to press them out because you don't want holes in your magazine, you have to be careful, because this part of the magazine is silver soldered to the receiver. And if you press it out with a die or a socket and you put too much force on this, you could break this solder joint. Then you're going to have to go to a gunsmith and get it resoldered. So you don't want that. Let's get the I'm going to just take this out with a screwdriver. Be careful, because this spring is under pressure, so you don't want it poking you in the eye. You don't want it flying out at anything, so keep your hand over it. I used to take these out when I was duck hunting a lot. You have to put a wood plug in there because authorities only want you to have 2 shots in the magazine. Okay, it's free now. There's a retainer. Here's this old spring. Old spring should be shorter because it's a smaller magazine. That's the difference. Put that off to the side. Should be a follower in there. Here's the follower. That looks kind of dirty. I'm going to clean that out. It looks like you don't get a new follower. No, there's not one in the box. It's not one on the list of the parts. So I'm going to clean everything up and then start assembling. Okay, I got the magazine cleaned out on the inside. I cleaned the follower off. This retainer is not going to be used any longer, and the magazine cap is not going to be used any longer. And what this means is not having that cap. That means when you want to remove the barrel, you're going to be removing the extension to the magazine, which means the spring is going to come out every time. So that was a nice thing about the original design, was that you could remove the barrel without messing with the magazine spring. So first thing to do is to put the follower back in the magazine. Put the barrel on. Put the magazine cap on. Put the new spring in. Put the magazine extension on over the spring. Somehow get this thing to fit. I wonder if it has to be trimmed. I'll find out. If it doesn't take 2 extra rounds, it means the spring might have to be trimmed. Screw that on. This clamp stabilizes the extended magazine, so that fits over there. It clamps to the barrel. Don't know why it won't go in. Looks like it's a tight fit. There it goes. Don't like scratching the steel with that thing. That doesn't make me happy. Let's try the function. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 in the chamber, 6 in the magazine. That's 6 altogether. That was 7. 1 in the chamber, 6 in the magazine. That's 7 shots altogether. Makes for 2 more shots on home defense. And also remember, when you want to remove the barrel, that the spring's going to fly out on you, so be careful to capture that spring. All I have to do now is just tighten the screw in this retainer, and I'm good to go. See ya. Back again. One thing I forgot to tell you is the screw won't go through here unless it's aligned with the groove on the magazine extension. It's kind of hard to see, but it was easier for me to get a backlight in there to show where the hole lined up with the groove in the magazine extension, and that way the screw will go right in. You can certainly get longer extension tubes that extend out beyond the barrel. I hate the look of that, and you can't swing it around while you're defending yourself in your house. So if you're a competition shooter, Jerry Mikulik does that all the time, but for self-defense you don't want to go past the extent of your barrel. I could have got a 3-shot extension, and it probably, well, you got to figure the spring crumples up when it's fully loaded to about here, but a 3-shot extension would have definitely taken the magazine out past my barrel, and I don't like that. Goodbye again.